It wasn't much of an office, but still it was home to me. And in a big city you took what you could get. Just the old desk and chairs I'd inherited when the previous occupant got knocked off. He'd never seen it coming. He should have listened to the rumours. It's all in the whispers. That's the way it comes in this game. In this town, death wears slippers. I'd only bothered to add one thing. Behind the door, an old record player, just one record. Her song. I rarely played it now. It was enough to know it was there. I pulled a bottle of bourbon from the drawer and poured myself a fifth. It was my fourth fifth. One more, it'd be a hole, and a hole ain't nothing. A creak pulled my attention to the door, and in the dim yellow light of the hallway, it cast our shadow on the glass pane. I could smell trouble and loosened the police special in my armpit. The heat was on, and sometimes it rusted in place. When she came in, she sashayed across the floor like a blancmange on stilts. A guy could fall heavy for a dame like that, and if he did, there'd be plenty of land on. I gave her the once-over. She took her seat. Tweeds and pearls. I knew the type. "What can I do you for?" I asked. She took a card from her purse and slipped it across the desk. "It's what I can do for you, Dave," she said. "Central office sent me." I snorted. "I don't take orders from central office. Those days are past. I dance to my own tune and it ain't a waltz." I could see her give me the eye. It was a good eye. "Listen, dollface," I told her. "I know how this plays out. Central office hands out its dirty work and it sends a dame like you. A dame a man might do anything for. So he does. And that's broken bottles in alleyways and billy clubs in the dark. And when you come round from that big black pit, all you get is a kiss-off and a one-way ticket to Palookaville. I know dames like you. You'd steal a man's soul, clear out his wallet and his account, and when the morning comes he's left a dry husk, burned out and empty. That's dames. They're all vampires. Pure evil and just waiting to drag a man to hell. I waited for it to come on to me. Broads can't resist straight talk. Strangely, she just sighed. She leaned across the desk, and I thought about the Blue Mountains of Virginia. "Listen," she explained. "Central office needs you to get out of this city." "Leave the city?" I snorted again. "There's nothing outside the big city. This is where it all plays out. These are my streets. They may be mean streets, but they're mine. Yeah, I know the sidewalks are covered in blood and puke, but that's my game and I like it. If it's important, then it's here, and nothing out there is worth a hill of beans. So you listen to me, sharecrop. You come in here flashing those gams like they'll never stop, but I ain't becoming no hick." She shook her head. "It ain't worth talking sense to a dame. Might as well try to teach a pig to whistle." "Dave, you need to remember what it says on your door. Who you are. Remember what's there? Stop right there!" I shouted. "Don't ever throw that fancy title at me. I'm a dick, plain and simple, and it takes balls to be a dick." She turned her head and eyed me again. It was the other eye this time. Not as good as the first, but better than nothing. "Central office is afraid you'll go to the press. And if you do, it will all come out. The lies, the corruption, the deaths, everything. They'll ask about the money, Dave. And what will you tell them when they ask where the money's gone?" Dames. They're all fond of the sound of their own voices. I drew my .38 and took a bead on her. Time to leave, hot stuff. She walked to the door, and in my mind, I had to concede she looked as good leaving as she did coming in. She pulled the door open and stood in the doorway like a two-bit Venus. "You may not like the job title, Dave, but read the door. That's what you are, like it or not. Prime Minister. Don't do the debates, Dave. Just don't do it. They must never know." I poured myself another shot, a fifth and a hole in one. I didn't want to do it, but I knew I had to. I crossed the player. slipped the record out of its sleeve and spun the turntable. Her song. Maggie's song. It was a broken record, and I knew it would play on forever if no one stopped it. But this is my city, and that's the way I like it.